my favorite guy is back.
Yes, this is exactly what you think it is. They also have money peacocks. The monk resources were stretched to maximum capacity.
Y'all, I just saw my life flash before my eyes right there. This looks like something in like the 1,000 Ways to Die show.
Good afternoon, everyone, from the China-Myanmar border. Again, that's right, I'm still here. It's a really long border, guys.
Welcome to Mongan, a town mostly inhabited by the Dai ethnic group, who are very closely related to the people of Thailand and Laos. I befriended a local resident of Mongan, Mongan, whose family owns a traditional outfit photography studio, and it's thanks to her that I was able to encounter the events in today's vlog. From the beautiful ornate architecture to the sound of the local musical instruments, from the unique art pieces to the local creatures, this place is unlike anywhere I've ever seen in China, or anywhere else on Earth, actually, and I can't wait to show it to you. Let's head over to Fanghan's neighbor's new home for the Thai-style housewarming party. Like most other housewarming parties, there's food, there's alcohol, there are games, and in addition to that, there are some local rituals that spice things up a bit. Most of the Dai people are Buddhists, and on the top floor of everyone's home is a prayer room for rituals to be held in. All the housewarming event guests are swarming up the stairs to the prayer room to offer gifts and blessings to the family.
Wow.
送米、送钱、送盐，还有辣椒、大蒜那些都有，就是送福气给我。是这样的。
我们准备的不够充足。
没事没事，心意到就可以。
We'll spend more time in the prayer room later in the evening. For now, let me show you guys one other interesting custom, which is the string.
整个家的都保佑了，都拴起来了。
Still following the string. Where does it go? It goes all the way through this room and out the window.
The concept of using a string for blessings is also seen in Dai weddings, where the string represents lifelong love between the bride and groom. It's pretty easy to just tie two people together, but how exactly do you tie a house to itself? I don't know, but they did a pretty good job because the string is in pretty much every single room.
This here is the bottom floor. This is the floor they're actually going to be living on, and then they're going to rent out those upper floors to tenants. So let me show you guys the layout of the house. Right here is the kitchen. And right here is the living room. Bedrooms. They also have this front hall thing, so if you have more guests than you can cram in your living room, you can use this space. The fact that they have all these tables shows me that these people are very sociable, way more of a social life than I will ever have. Now it's time for lunch. We're all sitting here enjoying the meal. The pig testicle is dangling above the door like mistletoe. Everyone's walking under it, absorbing the good vibes.
I promise I'm not being sarcastic. That's really what it's for.
It's a play on words. In the Thai language, the word for pig testicle and the word for good sound the same. So it is seen as being a blessing on this home to hang this pig testicle from the ceiling. And they're actually going to have it hanging here for the entire duration of the New House Festival, which you might think is like, okay, one day, right? No, it's 4 days.
进新房嘛，然后人家进去的话，人家看见那个哩就是好，哇，那个是什么哩？好。
那进去碰到头的话，就是哩的意思了。
人家说今天好多人都在搞新房仪式，是今天是一个吉利的日子嘛？
对，这几天结婚的还有进新房的很多，一个月里面可能也没有1、2天就这样子。
那是怎么决定的呀？
那就我们不会看了，不然他们怎么赚那个钱？
Interesting thing about this family specifically is this originally wasn't their land.
Their old house is located a few minutes away from here, and just as they were about to knock it down and replace it with a concrete house, as many other people have done, the government was like, wait, can you not knock it down? Because there are like no wooden houses left, and we want to preserve it.
So they like swapped land with the government basically. So they built their concrete bastion here, and in the old neighborhood, the original architecture is being preserved.
Now it's time to head back to the prayer room because the monks are about to arrive. This family will be renting out most of the rooms on the upper floors except this one.
Look closely, the string is wrapped around this room as well. It goes all the way around. This is the most important room in the whole house.
胆佛念经什么，就是在这间做了。
Tatiampi putam saranam gacchami Sadhu kama tatiampi
So you might be wondering why it seems like a lot of people in the monk room aren't really paying attention. It's because they don't understand what the monk is saying, because that text is written in a language that the vast majority of people here do not understand. It's not actually in the local language, Dai, and it's definitely not in Mandarin. It is an ancient language that I don't think is even used anymore. It's kind of like Sanskrit, so only the monks understand it, but there are still a lot of people in the monk room because they want to like absorb the good vibes of the prayers, but they don't actually know what's being said.
As you can see, they're putting the offerings for some of the monks in a bag and they're going to take it back to the temple. Today's event was actually supposed to have 4 monks, but only 1 could come because, as I said earlier, today is a very auspicious day on the Dai calendar. So there were a lot of events going on, like weddings and new house ceremonies. There's also a new temple that was just built. So the monk resources were stretched to maximum capacity. Only 1 monk was able to come today. The monk supply here is not keeping up with the demand on an auspicious day like this one.
And as a lovely finale to the evening, everyone watches dance performances by 2 groups, the sisters and the aunties. You might think this is the end of the vlog, but actually, on the topic of nightlife among the Dai people, nothing can beat the new temple ceremony. That is where we're heading next.
Yesterday, we showed you guys a housewarming party. Today, we are showing you guys a temple warming party. I don't know what else to call it, but that's what's happening. Cigarettes, alcohol, and then in we go. More cigarettes.
谢谢不抽烟。
Y'all know how I'm like obsessed with that concept of little guys on roofs? Well, it's a thing here too, but they're little peacocks. Look at all the peacocks. So we're waiting in line right now to give our offerings to the temple. I just got some of these candle things. You have to put 1 candle with 1 bill.
It is not cheap to build ornate architecture like this, so the main thing going on during the day part of the new temple ceremony is everyone is giving offerings. You may think I'm being cheap just dropping ones in there, but there are literally dozens, if not like 100 different buckets to make donations to.
I know I could just give them like 100 renminbi as my donation and just like be done with it, but this way's cuter. I'm doing it the local way. Like, I'm not even religious, honestly. I don't believe in any religion. I am just a believer in cool architecture.
From the endless rows of offering buckets to the money trees and the money peacocks to the giant contraption that every once in a while a group of locals would spin around and around to bring wealth and good blessings, there is money around every corner at this event. Some might think all the money would distract from the message of Buddhism, which is to distance yourself from material desires, but hey, it's 2025. Even the monks have smartphones. Such is life. All I know is it's a wholesome community event, and I'm here for it. However, the real excitement doesn't begin until after the sun goes down. This is what I can only describe as the slinky deer. It's one of various mythological creatures depicted in Dai culture, and y'all probably guessed it already, it represents wealth.
I got my tent ready. I want to feed the deer.
The slinky deer's performance consisted of tromping around the stage with bills in its mouth or rolling around in pain on the floor, begging the audience to give it even more money. Needless to say, I became almost instantly a die-hard slinky deer fan. And as the slinky deer convulsed on the stage, an explosion went off in the background. These are handmade fireworks. Yeah, you heard that right. Handmade. So results vary.
Y'all, I just saw my life flash before my eyes right there. This looks like something in like the 1,000 Ways to Die show.
Eventually, the slinky deer wore itself out and departed from the stage for a while. Unfortunately, the slinky deer set the bar so high that I was unimpressed by literally anything else on the stage. I was just waiting and waiting and waiting for it to return.
See what I was talking about? 1,000 Ways to Die. Oh, hell yeah, my favorite guy is back, asking for money again.
Hope you guys enjoyed the wild nightlife of Mongan and the interesting rituals and customs that come along with building a new house or a new temple. Thanks again to Fanghan for taking me to these events because I probably never would have encountered them otherwise. And believe it or not, in the few days that I was staying in Mongan, there was yet another super fascinating local cultural event. And I'm not going to cram it into this vlog. It deserves its own dedicated video. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys next time.